What's going on, Atlanta Falcon fans, man? Y'all know what it is. Your boy, Antoine Smith, stopping in right quick. Get my quick thoughts on Michael Penix and his recovery, his continued recovery from an ACL. And he gave an update, to, to say the least, how he's coming along. But he also did an interview with Cam Newton on 4th and 1 from Flowery Branch. And it was very interesting, and Cam gave him some sound advice. But here are a couple of tweets that I want y'all to look at, and I'm gonna give my quick thoughts on them. Now, the first tweet, Mark Ramundi, shout out to him, man, great reporter for ESPN and the Falcons. Penix did a press conference, and he gave an update, as I was saying, on his ACL, and he said the doctor said, and this is kind of wild to me, told him his ACL is amazing, and he should never have another problem with it the rest of his career. Now, a doctor tells you that, does that mean your knee was never stable? I mean, I'm trying to understand. But it's a good sign, because if that's the case, he should be starting to take hits soon, I think. But at the same time, he gave another update. He said, I can do just about everything except take a hit. That's where we're trying to avoid right now. And he's been telling us this for a while. And the reason why he said that is because he explained the mental challenges coming back from ACL surgery. He said he's healthy, but do I trust that? So I tell y'all all the time, and this is why I told y'all from the jump, that I felt like he was going to, start the season on the PUP list or the IR for the first 4 games to keep getting mentally healthy and let that leg or that knee keep healing the right way. It's 100%, but mentally he's not 100%. And that's where the problem comes in at. So the thing about this situation, man, and it's starting to scare me a little bit, because if he's not there mentally and he's been through this 3 times, does that mean he don't feel like he can go through with it again? I mean, it's just puzzling to me. And he said he can do everything except take a hit. And that's what they're avoiding. And that's to me, that's a mental thing. It's just a mental thing. But it's good that he went through that. And I'm telling y'all, it's not easy, man, recovering from surgery. Take it from somebody that knows, and myself. Every time it's just a different challenge. It's just a different challenge, depending on what it is, depending on what your mental state is. But you got to think, too, he's newly married, so he has a lot of things going on right now outside of that injury. He's got a job to do on the field. He's got a job to do at home. And trust me, it's not easy sometimes. But Cam Newton gave some very, very sound advice. And I want y'all to take a listen at it right quick.
Do you start the season? Like, what does that process look like?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I want to start. I want to start the first game of the season, but at the end of the day, it's about how it feels. So it's like, it's not really a time frame on it. It's more like, it's like some small, like, growing pains that, I go through that. I got to make sure, I'm at 100% to where it's like, when I get out there, I don't want to be thinking about it. Yeah. Like, a lot of it's mental. It's like, all right. Yeah, it's like, physically, I got a good ACL. The doctor, they did what they got to do. I can go out there and do anything. But mentally, you hesitate. And it's like, do I trust it?
Can I give you free game, bro?
What's that?
And I'll use my story to give you perspective. I suffered 2 major injuries in my career. One was a shoulder, and another one was a lens frame. Yeah. My Achilles heel, no pun intended, my whole football history, ever since I started playing at the age of 7, was an ankle sprain. I get the lens frame on a non-contact injury, and I never heard of that word. They said it was an ankle, it's a foot sprain. Yeah. I'm like, week 1 go by, week 2, it's like, no, this is a little different than a foot sprain. I don't feel myself progressively getting better. I tell you this story because the hardest thing for me to understand and cope with was getting out of my own way. Mm-hmm. If I could go back and redo things, I would have set out a whole season because I wasn't healthy. Yeah. We already had a person on the roster by the name of Kyle Allen. I call him Lovey Dovey. Mm-hmm. He was on the roster and he was playing damn good football. Yeah. My pride was like, yo, I'm ready to go back. But my intuition was telling me I'm not healthy. Yeah. I tell you this because from quarterback to quarterback, bro, it's unfortunate, but you're on the clock. Yeah. I would hate for you to come back from an injury knowing, and only you can answer this, knowing that you're not 100% being on the clock, because when I jumped back out there, being on the clock, everybody started judging, that ain't Cam. Yeah. And he trash. He washed up. I can't come out and say, I'm not healthy.
Yeah.
Because when the doctors ask, when the coaches ask, when your team asks, can you go? Yeah, I can go. And I use that example because as a young player, bro, bump young player, as a quarterback,
Yeah.
you are held to a standard that not a lot of people can go to, or a lot of people have. There's multiple receivers on the field. There's multiple D linemen, 3 techs, like shades, running backs, whatever. But there's only one quarterback.
Yeah.
So let this be a proverb to let you know, don't come back until you're ready.
Yeah. No, for sure. Absolutely.
I'm telling you, because if you come back and in that conscious in your mind where you're seeing ghosts, you're feeling ghosts.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I don't feel like myself.
Yeah.
That's going to have a trickle down effect more so than that leg would ever do.
Yeah.
So if you're not 100% confident,
Yeah.
hell no.
Yeah. No, that's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real. And that's the mindset I have right now.
I'm gonna be honest. I absolutely love the news that Cam gave him, the advice that he gave him, because he's been through it before. And I've been through many surgeries in my life, so I understand exactly where Cam is coming from. Coming back too early from injury, coming back too early, you're not ready mentally. And one of my subscribers, shout out to her, Miss Drea Mack, she brought up a great point. Maybe Mike should get, therapy help. Going through it mentally, he should get therapy. That's a good way to get past, a lot of things mentally. It could help his processing and getting back on the football field. And he's right. Cam is right. He's on the clock, and he knows he's on the clock. He was a number 8 pick, and he's only 14 games in 2 seasons, and that's not totally his fault because, as I said, front office coaching staff struggle over the quarterback position. So, look, Cam gave sound advice. I absolutely loved it. But one thing Mike Penix has to know, this league is a business at the end of the day. And when you're not completing your task or doing your job the best of your ability, sometimes that alone can get you pushed out the door. And you got to think, too, you have a veteran quarterback who they brought in who's hungry to try to keep his career going, trying to fight for another contract in Tua Tagovailoa. Then you have another rookie quarterback in Jack Strand who's looking to develop, learn the game of football at the NFL level, and try to become a starting quarterback or at least a backup in the NFL. So you have a lot behind you, and you got to think about Cooper Rush, the veteran quarterback, who's also looking to stay on this roster. So he's right. You do have a clock. But at the same time, if you're not ready mentally, why go out there and strain your brain or strain your body and end up in the same situation? Yes, his knee is healthy. Yes, he can get back out there and play. But if he takes a hit and it wrecks him mentally, he might not ever be ready again. But I will tell you this. There is hope on the end of this situation. Because if he gets back into it mentally and we see that way he's progressing through with the new coaching staff, with the quarterback coach, with the offensive coordinator, and they're trying to help him, with the problem that he had the first 2 years, Mike Penix could be a problem. But it all starts up here, because up here is where you lead your team. Up here is how you make sound decisions on the field, anticipating throws, reading coverages. So up here matters more than anything. The knee is fine, but mentally he's not. And I respect that and I understand that. But that is my thought on Cam Newton's interview with Mike Penix, and Mike Penix giving us an update on how he's really feeling. And tell me what y'all think. Drop the comments in the comment box. Let's debate, let's have fun as always, man. Y'all know how we do it on Sports Machine. This your boy Antoine Smith signing off. I will holler at y'all soon, man. Peace.